All right, so like Azhar was introducing, I'm a designer and I'm going to try and talk about clothes in the limited time. And that's the one thing I'm worried about, finishing in 7 minutes. So you should forgive me if I rush through this. So I first want to talk about how first impressions do count, because fashion industry is usually thought of something as glitz and glamour and something that's really shallow. You see the movie. So I just want to talk about it because style is something that we all do and we all need, and it has an eternal love affair with our self-esteem. And without knowing, we get there. And all these women, so to understand that, you need to understand how we perceive beauty as, youngsters, as a nation, culturally, regionally, there are differences. All these women are considered beautiful in their own countries. But you look at them, mocha skin is not pretty in India, and small eyes are not pretty in India, but, all of them are beautiful. So according to today's standards, these are the body types that we usually see in men. I'm not going to leave you out. Yes, I will talk about men's body types too. So the first one is what you would want to be like, where your shoulders are broader than the waist, and the rest of it, I guess, is self-explanatory, which is why you want to pump into your biceps and walk the way you do after you come back from the gym. This is for women. So the first one, again, is what you are always aiming for. This has been there around for centuries now, I think. Hourglass is something everybody covets. You want your waist to be smaller than your bust and hips, and ideally if they should be, of the same size. And these are the Indian body types. We have the North Indians with the top heavy. We have the South Indians where we are bottom heavy. So we have to find our challenges around it, because I have been trying to live with that since I was 13, and, let's make the best of what we got. Bigger the better down south, isn't it? So I was happy when, people started making advertisements like this, and Dow came up with this, where they use real women. They're not models, they're not airbrushed, and they do have slight makeup, though they say otherwise. Where you don't see really perfect bodies, but you do see beautiful women. So we are trying to move away from, the zero size, which has caused anorexia, bulimia, all kinds of eating disorders among women and models especially. So this is a slide which shows the men, basically, what you want to have in your wardrobe. A white shirt, clean trousers. You need to have formal denims and casuals. You need to have t-shirts which speak about you. Guys, don't randomly pick up stuff. And then shoes. You do need color in your shoes, formal and otherwise. And for women, you need a day dress, a little black dress like Coco Chanel had put it. You need nice fitting pants, loads of jewelry and shoes. Even though Archana had issues with Aldo, I'm going to roll with it. We all love shoes, all our shoes. Yeah, so that's what you want to have. And these are simple styling ideas that I came up with to share with the audience today. So these are something that you can really do. We usually have formal jackets, especially for the corporate crowd. You never really use it otherwise. So you can team it with even like a simple kurta inside, like the one that looks there with a ditzy print. It could even be a pochampalli or a nikat or a kalamkari. And you just chain the shoes, like gumboots or like, nice little sandals. Layering is for everyone. These are, in fact, pictures taken by my juniors who have this site called Polaroid Pages. It's like a blog. So this is in Bangalore and how women dress there. And you see the shoes and the bags and the kind of layering they are doing is what is adding to their outfit. And I want to bring this about for the guys as well, because you think accessories is something that doesn't really work for you. So if you don't want to look so metrosexual, you could always go with the grungy guy on the other side if you're very macho and I like my beer type of guy. So you should try and get, khaki shorts or a military print and a nice scarf with skulls on it or something scary. This is another one I wanted to show you where, even the blue tunic by itself is something that I would never pick, and it looks really boring and plaid. But by adding the little floral sweater or like a cardigan on top with like pearls or a little belt and a purse, you can dress up even a simple outfit. The other thing I want to really talk about is color, which is what I tried to do today as well, where you have like a monochrome or a neutral palette, and then you try to dress it up by just adding a touch of color or hint of color. So it could be like your stockings like she has, or the shoes or jewelry, or one statement piece basically. So whichever one you are really passionate about, you could do that. So the same goes for guys. You all need to move away from black, blue, navy, and gray, and I think that's, and white maybe. So you don't have to do all of that together in one outfit like these guys have gone overboard, but you can definitely have colored socks or a nice shoe or like a printed tie, nice glares, so on and so forth. The other thing is my love for shoes. This is what I wanted to bring about. Try to see these outfits without the shoes. They look very blah and not really out there. But adding that little extra edge, like the silver shoes or with the tapestry or the bold color, it gives you something extra to, you know, even a very plain Jane look. This is the one I wanted to talk about within a minimum budget, how you reinvent, revamp, recycle, reuse. That's all we are talking about nowadays. So you either pull on a cardigan. This is just an example of what you can do. So if you have like a little sleeveless tunic, this is some simple ideas that you can do with it. You know, even the accessories and how you layer it. For example, the tube dress here ends up having a skirt as an underlayer, or even if you're using a jumper on top with a belt, it ends up looking like a skirt instead of a dress. So within your wardrobe, within your limited means, it would help if you did this because, you know, like I was trying to tell you, our self-esteem is really tied to how we dress and how we look. So we shouldn't be scared to experiment and go out of our comfort zones to try and, you know, this was something, an idea that I came up with because I ran out of fabric. And it became a huge hit with a lot of, you know, my clients, for example, because you have like something in the front and something in the back. That was just as an idea. Or if you change the colors of the sleeves, this is another idea where you have like a, you know, random print that you like and you picked up a piece of fabric, and this is for the guys as well. You could really spot a interesting tie or a belt, use it as a bandana. It's really up to you as to how you want to make it work and make that statement out there. Wow, I didn't think I would have a minute on any slide. So this is some recycling ideas that I had did with like patches of leftover bits. I made a quilt and a tote bag, which is useful. Or your old canvas shoes can, you know, with the doodling that she was doing with the mazes and stuff, she could definitely add that to a pair of shoes, and they would be like funky sneakers that nobody else would have. So I just want to conclude by saying that, you know, anything is possible, and I really think everyone's beautiful. Thank you.